A Weyland-Yutani space probe investigates the wreckage of the USCSS Nostromo, retrieving an organic object that contains a dormant xenomorph. Rain Carradine, an orphan raised in the harsh environment of the colony Jackson's Star, works alongside her adoptive brother, Andy, a reprogrammed synthetic human.
Rain's father reprograms Andy with one directive: do what's best for Rain. It is crazy that you could find an android lying around and reprogram it.
After Weyland-Yutani forcibly extends her work contract, her ex-boyfriend Tyler persuades her to join an expedition to retrieve cryostasis chambers from a derelict spacecraft. These chambers are Rain and her friend's only hope of escaping to the planet Ivaga.
This fact pointed out that it was some screw-up dystopian society that child labor is now acceptable in their world, and the fact that cryostasis chambers are highly regulated to keep the population in control.
The group, consisting of Tyler, his pregnant sister Kay, their cousin Bjorn, and Bjorn's girlfriend Navarro, rely on Andy's unique ability to interface with onboard computer systems to make the mission a success. Initially reluctant to send Andy, Rain is eventually persuaded by both Tyler and Andy to let him participate. They board the hauler Cobellin and set off, soon discovering that the derelict is actually the Renaissance, a Weyland-Yutani research station divided into sections named Romulus and Remus after the legendary founders of Rome.
On a side note, Romulus would eventually murder his twin and be the sole founder of Rome and the future empire, this foreshadowing the movie theme.
While attempting to retrieve the stasis chambers, they found the stasis chambers did not have enough power to last to the planet Ivaga. Tyler, Bjorn, and Andy inadvertently awaken frozen facehuggers, triggering a catastrophic lockdown.
On a side note, why did they think it was a good idea to go out on a side mission to find a power supply in an abandoned ship that they have no idea why it was abandoned?
Desperate to override it, Rain installs a chip from a damaged android named Rook into Andy. The upgrade enhances Andy's efficiency and processing capabilities, but it also subtly alters his prime directive, making him loyal exclusively to Weyland-Yutani, or as known in the movie as the Company. As the team scrambles to escape, a facehugger attaches itself to Navarro. Seeking answers, Rain reactivates Rook, who reveals that the station's crew was annihilated by a xenomorph and its clones. Tyler's attempts to remove the facehugger, but Rook warns that it has likely implanted a seed inside Navarro. After they successfully removed the facehugger, Andy wouldn't let Navarro back into the ship. In a panic, Bjorn flees with Navarro aboard the ship Corbelon, despite Andy's efforts to stop him. Soon after, a chestburster violently emerges from Navarro, killing her instantly. The Corbelan ship crashes into the Romulus hangar, destabilizing the station's orbit and setting it on a collision course with Jackson's planetary rings. They have less than an hour to escape. Kay regains consciousness after the crash and finds herself by the Xenomorph, which is rapidly maturing into its adult form.
On a side note, Kay and Bjorn are cousins, meaning that their incestuous relationship is what led to her pregnancy. Very little is revealed about their relationship in the film, which is why it wasn't obvious that Bjorn was the father.
Bjorn attempts to kill it off with a stun baton, but is ultimately killed when the creature's acidic blood burns through his heart. Meanwhile, Rain and Tyler navigate the station, evading facehuggers and searching for a way to escape. Kay manages to escape the Corbelan, but the Xenomorph uses her as bait to lure the others into a trap. Andy, prioritizing Rain and Tyler's safety, refuses to unlock the door, forcing them to watch helplessly as Kay is critically injured and dragged away. During their search, Andy discovers vials of a compound extracted from the Xenomorphs, which Rook refers to as the Prometheus fire. This substance was intended to perfect humanity, and Rook insists it must be brought back to the colony, preventing the Corbelan from leaving without it. Firing inside the ship could cause the Xenomorph blood to breach the hull, leading to explosive decompression. Despite their efforts, Tyler is killed and Andy is disabled. Kay, gravely injured, injects herself with the Prometheus fire in a last-ditch effort to survive. Rain, determined to end the nightmare, returns to Romulus and removes Andy's control chip, restoring his loyalty to her. With the station's gravity disabled, Rain uses the environment to her advantage, killing the Xenomorphs without risking the integrity of the ship. She and Andy manage to escape just before the station crashes into the planetary rings, destroying Rook and the Renaissance. As Rain and Andy prepare for their journey to Ivaga, they are confronted with one final horror. The compound injected into Kay has accelerated her baby and transformed her child into a human xenomorph hybrid. The creature kills Kay and severely injures Andy before Rain manages to eject it into Jackson's rings.
On a side note, it has transformed her baby but not Kay. Why not? It sure did transform the lab rat.
In the aftermath, she places the damaged Andy into a stasis chamber, recording a log about their desperate hope of reaching Ivaga before entering stasis herself.
Please like and subscribe for more content.